Hello everyone, this is Robinson here. Today's lesson is going to be on page 27 in our String Basics book. I'm going to be using Smart Music to show you these examples. I'm going to be using the violin version of Smart Music. So most of my students are violinists. So you might see the notes you use, but if you get into Smart Music, which we all want you to be getting into that very soon, you'll have your own individual part. So if you're a viola player, you will see viola music. If you're a cello player, you will see cello music. Before we get going on number 125, I just want to ask that if you haven't tuned your instrument, pause this video right now, go tune up your instrument, come back, and we will play through this stuff together. So what we have here in number 125, top of page a little bit more. We're going to start putting in some other strings so that we are not going to be just G string only now. We're going to start mixing things through. So what we have here is our G major scale. If you know your D major scale, then this is just the same thing, but one string lower. The fingers going in the same place and in the same pattern. So really quick, we'll take a walk through these notes. We're going to start with a G, then A, first finger on the G string. B, that's second finger for viola, third finger for cello. C, third finger for violin and viola, fourth finger for cello. Then we should know our D string notes pretty well. So we have D, E, F sharp, G, G, F sharp, E, D. C, back to the third finger on the G string, or fourth if you play cello. B, A, G, right? So the pattern's pretty straightforward. You start on G, go through all your G string notes, go to D string, play all your D string notes, and then reverse. Down the D string, down the G string. And we will do a repeat at the end. All right, so my controls at the top of the page, I've turned up accompaniment with background music, nice to practice along with. I've turned off my part. The computer would play my part, but I'm going to play my part. So I'm going to turn that off for now. And I have the metronome, which is just a click. It's just going to keep the beat nice and steady. So let's get ready to play. And here we go. Okay, there's the scale, get us warmed up for the day. If you're using this on Smart Music, you can change the speed. You can make this number lower. That would make it go slower. If you're just using YouTube right now to do this lesson, you can also change the speed. There's a playback speed button somewhere on your screen. You can speed it up or slow it down. We're going to move ahead. Number 126 will be next. And sometimes it takes a second or two to load up, so have some patience. All right, so this one is G major etude. They have us naming the intervals between the notes. Not the most important thing for us right now. I'll give you the answers if you want. G to A, the interval is a second because G is the first note of the scale. A is the second note, so you would write second on that. G to B, G is the first note of the scale, B is the third note, so that's a third. G to C, fourth. G to D, a fifth. There's supposed to be some lines here. G to E is a sixth. G to F sharp is a seventh. G to G on the D string, we have a special word for that. Remember octave? Remember OCT means 8. October, octopus, octagon. All of those things mean 8. So we have 8 notes here and the same letter name. It's an octave, right? So I kind of read through the notes too as I was going through that. Be aware you have a repeat sign, so we're going to play it twice. Let's do it. Okay, that one's fun. All right, moving on, we're gonna do one more today, and then we will call it a day. Here we go. Taking a second to load up at number 127. Please don't crash on me. Okay, good. Oof. All right, so this one is called Das Steckenpferd. It's a German folk song. Some of that stuff should be above the music. Oh well. Das Steckenpferd. We need to kind of know what this music is about. And Steckenpferd, you'd have to look it up, but that means hobby horse, right? So a hobby horse, like the little stick with the horse head on the top, and little kids run around with it. I bet you've played with one some point in your life. But this song is about a toy. Okay, so we're going to start with some reading. We're going to start with G, 2, B, 4, D, 2. Fourth finger for violin and viola. Cellos will play D string. Lift and set. Now, just lift your bow. Don't lift your fingers, because look, another D is here. D, C, B, A, G. 2. Lift and set again. Then we're going to go C. All right, make sure you know what finger to use for C. 3 fingers violins, 3 fingers violas, 4 fingers for cello. C, C, A, A. D, D, oops, fourth finger. B, B. All right, little skippy part here. C, A, D, B. Look, it repeats itself. C, C, A, D, D, B, B. When you learn this part, you've already got this part down. All right, G, A, B, C, D. Lift and set, just the bow. Don't lift your fingers. D, C, B, A, G, D, G. Rest. So if you play violin or viola, the only time you're going to play on the D string is right here near the end. Every other D in the song is fourth finger. Okay? This is a good one to practice in chunks. Work on maybe 2 measures at a time. Right? 2 measures there. These 2 measures at the end of the first line. That's going to take a little work, but then you got this part worked out. Then work on these 2 measures at a time, and then 2 measures, because this one can be a little tricky. Okay? Let's try. I'm pretty sure that the original German folk song version of that did not have a rodeo type accompaniment to it. Oh well, it's fun. So that is it for this lesson for today. And I want you to be well, and I'll see you next time. Bye.